Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. I have put together an incredible video for you guys and gals today. You're definitely gonna like this one, so you better stick around because I got a couple different articles I'm gonna be going over. And the craziest thing about this video is both articles are talking about forgetting gold and focusing on silver. CNBC is telling you to forget about gold. Now, gold is the royal metal. It's the metal that's loved by banks. It's the metal that everyone wants to acquire. Silver, gold's little brother, cheaper version of gold, the devil's metal. You know, silver's been hated on. Even back in 2011 when silver was $50, still people, there wasn't much talk about it. And we could actually take that as far as back as last year. Silver was the #1 performing asset in 2020. But I bet you didn't know about that if you didn't watch my videos because nobody talked about it. No articles came out about it. It was like this thing that nobody wanted to talk about or admit or accept or acknowledge. But this year is different. I don't know why, but all around the Reddit shorts, the silver squeeze, people definitely started to turn their heads towards silver and take it as a real investment. Now, both of these articles, which I will be linking in the description, are very informative. I mean, especially the second one, but the CNBC one dives in, and it's just a great lead into this. Now, I'm also approaching 45,000 subscribers. That's 1,500 subscribers away from another silver giveaway. And guess what? I'm actually going to be giving away more silver because I'm also doing a giveaway for the 10-ounce Wall Street Silver Bar. If you guys don't know Wall Street Silver, which you probably heard of, it's a Reddit group. They have like they have over 60,000 members. It's a great place for silver memes. You can talk to people on there in a live chat. Tons of different stuff. I mean, it's a great place. I call it the Facebook for silver stackers. But yeah, they sent me a 10-ounce bar to give away to one of you guys. So yeah, expect that giveaway entry video coming up soon as well. So let's jump into this article. Forget gold. There are better ways to play precious metals. So the key points explain it all. I love context, though, you guys know me. But they're talking about this. These are the 3 key points. Gold is being watched closely amid widespread market expectations of an economic rebound and a rise in interest rates, which won't bode well for the metal. That's why my name is Silver Slayer, not Gold Slayer. Gold only is only really profitable when SHTF happens, when things are hitting the fan, when the economy's in bad shape, right? Doomsday, stuff like that, when people fear banks, government, all that. Gold is an amazing metal. It's a safe haven, store of value during times of economic uncertainty. Silver also has that, you know, it has that benefit, but it also is the opposite. It's a win-win situation for silver because when the economy is recovering, silver still benefits because it's an industrial metal and a monetary metal. Now, the second point is Chris Wiley, CIO at Connor Broadley Wealth Management, told CNBC why he prefers silver. And over the last year, gold has risen 4%, while silver's up over 70%. Nobody talked about silver last year. Nobody talked about how it jumped from $11 to $30 within a couple of months. Nobody talked about silver being the #1 performing asset of 2020, beating all stocks, beating Tesla, beating Amazon, beating Bitcoin even. So anyways, let's jump into this. There's an interesting story around gold right now. According to one investor who said there were better ways to play precious metals right now. Gold is being watched closely amid widespread markets, expectations of an economic rebound, and rise in interest rates, which don't bode well for the metal. Chris Wiley, Chief Investment Officer at Connor Broadley Wealth Management, said his team was looking elsewhere for returns. We're not calling time on gold. We just think that while those interest rate dynamics are fighting their way through, we see better ways to play precious metals. And we prefer silver at the moment. I mean, it only makes sense, right? I mean, and not only just from that perspective, but silver's also more volatile there's more opportunity with silver, which also makes it riskier, but more risk, more reward. And the risk isn't really real because anytime you're taking fake money into real money, you can't go wrong with that. Anytime you purchase silver, you really can't go wrong. So they talk about the industrial applications as well. So with a very buoyant global economy, that's another string to its bow. The price of gold has fallen dramatically since it hit a high of $2,000 an ounce in late August. Since then, it has experienced volatility with the price rising amid pessimism over the new waves of COVID cases and falling on optimism over vaccines at the reopening of the global economy. Gold is considered a safe haven investment, meaning it tends to lose its appeal in times of economic growth or strength, which I was just talking about. So you can see, and they made a lot of good points. Now, obviously, there's way more to the story than that, but those points alone could attract and convince enough investors to turn their eyes towards silver. And I think these are some of the main points that is giving silver that spotlight attention right now. But then once you start digging into the story, once you start digging into, the world of precious metals, it all starts to come together because the stars are aligning for silver. If silver was ever going to break past $50, again, 2021 would be the year, right? It really would. It makes the most sense. So silver versus gold, percentage change in price over the past year. So you can see from May 20 all the way to May 2021. So this is a year. So silver is the blue, gold is the light blue. Now you can see how much, I guess it's not even really like profitable. It's more of just of growth. It's building, it's stabilizing, it's starting to build a foundation that is in it. I can't even explain it right. The point I'm trying to make is gold broke through $2,000, right? Broke through 2,000, the volcano already erupted. Silver's volcano hasn't erupted yet, but the prices are stabilizing at much higher prices. See, gold stabilized even after it broke past 2,000 around this $1,700, $1,800 range. Silver's volcano still hasn't erupted, and it always does after gold, and it's already stabilizing at these higher prices. So it's doing what gold did, but it still hasn't erupted yet. I guess that's the best way to put it. So anyways, an interesting story. Wiley characterized the current market trends affecting gold as an interesting story. So much of the gold story seems to be falling into place. These arguments that it's the ultimate store of value, that you can't manipulate your way and you can, with fiat currencies, with money printing ongoing, all the points in the direction of gold doing well, yet it's actually starting to lose some momentum. And that's also what I was saying with this point is gold broke past 2,000, and that usually would be the enough, ignition to push it up extremely high, going into overbought territory, articles talking about it, people dumping silver, going into gold. But it actually seems like after gold broke through that, more people are dumping gold into silver, and more articles are talking about silver, even though silver hasn't had that huge bomb, that explosion yet, which is interesting and also very exciting for silver, because people are starting to understand silver's true value, see things for what they really are. So its highs were actually quite a while ago. Last summer, it does seem like the dynamics are changing, and I think the answer really comes down to the interest rate complex, referring to the market expectations that rates will rise amid economic recovery following the pandemic. I think it's the potential for a push higher in long-term interest rates and real interest rates in particular, which is worrying gold. Higher interest rates make gold less attractive to investors, as gold is a non-yielding asset. Because it does not pay interest, investors may be more likely to seek returns elsewhere, such as from stocks and bonds. So, and rightfully so, people are looking at things for what they are, and they just see that gold is not it right now. There's more opportunity elsewhere. Investors make strategic decisions based off information. Gamblers throw money and hope it sticks. We are investors. We have a strategy, a silver stacking strategy, and that strategy is based off the information that we're getting from what's happening in the economy around, the pandemic, around Joe Biden's plans, around stimulus, and all of this is pointing towards silver being a lot more profitable than gold. It's as easy as that. So anyways, let's go into this other article talking about this year's outlook for silver is golden. It's 3 reasons why. While gold normally gets all the attention during times of economic crisis, it's often the underappreciated silver that could end up being the better investment. Gold has a history of gaining value during tough economic times, but silver can often outgain gold, right? It's a more volatile, I call it gold on steroids. Gold has a history of gaining value during tough economic times, but silver can outperform and usually does outperform gold. Investors who understand that and who buy silver at the right time could benefit from that silver price growth. 2020 was a strange and unusual year, to say the least, a type which many of us hope we'll never see again. For investors, that year was full of ups and downs, with stock markets plummeting 35% due to this virus, only to finish the year with nearly back where we had started. It threw many investors in for a loop, and the future still looks incredibly uncertain. Many investors are wondering what the future has in store. So gold and silver had a great year in 2020. Silver gaining 50%, gold 25%. Average price of silver in 2020 was the highest it's been since 2013, over $20 an ounce, and obviously the July 2016 high of $21 silver. So economic recovery is the first point. That's what the first article just went over. Second is investor demand, which I dove into a little bit yesterday. Not only talking about big business, but individual investors like you and I. Exchange traded products up by nearly 300%. And investment or investor demand was a major factor. 3 is overall demand increase, right? Demand is rising, rapidly rising. And that's not just a little wave of numbers going up. That's not just a little wave from the Wall Street Silver Brigade of silver raiders and building a silver army. This is ongoing for the next 5, 10, 15 years. The solar energy movement, the green energy revolution is only going to be gaining stronger and getting the whole entire globe, the whole entire world on board. So that's more and more and more silver that is needed, plus scientists are figuring out new ways to use silver every single day. They just found out a way to make it 40% stronger without losing any electrical conductivity. So, silver is definitely the new age. It's the most valuable, most used, most beneficial metal in the world. And that's not an assumption, that's a fact. So I can only see things going up from here, especially as the supply is getting more scarce and supply crunches are definitely falling. Scarcity's real. Premiums for these coins are still up, and that is due to a silver shortage. If you don't believe me, then why did the U.S. Mint sell out of American Eagles last year?